The Dallas Cowboys have been one of the most recognizable and polarizing teams in the NFL for decades. Their immense fan base, iconic history, and high expectations have led them to be constantly in the spotlight. Yet, despite having a roster filled with talent, including franchise quarterback Dak Prescott, dynamic running back Tony Pollard, and one of the league's best defensive players in Micah Parsons, the team has been unable to break through in the postseason. While the defense has often been a bright spot, many have pointed to the offense as the main area needing improvement. As we all know, the Cowboys' playoff performances have at times been a bit lackluster, often finding themselves stuck in neutral when it matters most. Despite flashes of brilliance, inconsistency has been an unfortunate theme. It's been clear that the team has needed a fresh approach on offense to take them over the hump and back into Super Bowl contention. Enter Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, whose name has been circulating as the next big potential coaching hire for Dallas. This comes as a huge surprise to many, but after the season the Lions had, with a top 10 offense that stunned the league with its creativity and efficiency, it's easy to understand why the Cowboys might make a move for him. His innovative offensive schemes have completely transformed the Lions from an underdog to a legitimate threat in the NFC. And now, with his rising stock, the Cowboys are in talks to bring him into the fold. The idea that someone of Johnson's caliber could be joining Dallas has ignited excitement and intrigue across the fanbase and NFL circles alike. Now, let's take a deeper dive into what makes this move so intriguing. For starters, Ben Johnson has truly redefined what it means to run a creative and efficient offense in the NFL. The Detroit Lions under his leadership have been a revelation. Known for their high-scoring games, explosive plays, and precise execution, Johnson has created an offense that maximizes its personnel to its full potential. His scheme isn't just about throwing the ball down the field but about using motion, misdirection, and creative route concepts to keep defenses on their toes. Look no further than Jared Goff, the Lions quarterback, who has experienced a career renaissance under Johnson's tutelage. Once considered a player who couldn't elevate his game beyond a system quarterback, Goff has been able to thrive in a system that places emphasis on play action, utilizing his strengths while masking some of his weaknesses. This is something that should excite Cowboys fans because Dak Prescott, like Goff, is a quarterback who has shown flashes of greatness but could greatly benefit from an offensive system that allows him to play to his strengths. Prescott has always been at his best when the running game is working and the threat of play action is present. With Tony Pollard in the backfield, this creates the perfect opportunity for Ben Johnson to come in and implement a system that puts Prescott in situations where he can flourish, rather than rely solely on him to carry the offense. What makes Ben Johnson's potential move to Dallas even more fascinating is his ability to mold offenses based on the skill sets of the players at his disposal. In Detroit, he's worked wonders with the likes of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, and a rejuvenated Jared Goff, but the Cowboys have an even more talented group of playmakers, especially at the wide receiver position. CeeDee Lamb has emerged as one of the top wide receivers in the league, capable of making plays all over the field. If Johnson is able to bring his creative playbook to Dallas, expect Lamb to flourish even more than he already has. Pairing him with Brandon Cooks, who adds a deep threat element, and Michael Gallup, who offers a reliable option in the intermediate game, could give Prescott the arsenal he needs to take the offense to new heights. When you factor in Pollard's ability to impact the game both as a runner and a receiver, the potential for this offense to become one of the most dangerous in the NFL is absolutely within reach. What Ben Johnson could bring to the Cowboys is an offense that isn't just one-dimensional or predictable but one that forces defenses to account for every angle, which is a stark contrast to what we've seen from Dallas in recent years. His system is built around making defenders think on their feet, and that's something the Cowboys could desperately use in order to unlock Dak Prescott's full potential. There are also broader implications at play here. As much as this potential hire is about offensive growth, it's about culture and leadership as well. The Cowboys have often been criticized for being a team stuck in their ways, particularly on offense. It's not just about what the players do on the field, it's about a fresh mindset, A new energy that comes with a coach who isn't afraid to take risks and think outside the box. Ben Johnson, who has spent the last few seasons building his reputation as one of the brightest young minds in the NFL, brings a new wave of excitement and innovation to the table. With him on board, we could see an offense that's not afraid to experiment, to take shots downfield, and to consistently stay one step ahead of opposing defenses. The Cowboys roster is certainly capable of achieving greatness, but for years, it's felt like they've been on the cusp, just unable to break through the ceiling. Johnson's approach could be the missing link that helps them finally get over the hump. Furthermore, Johnson would be joining a franchise that has one of the most passionate fanbases in the world. The pressure is immense, but so are the rewards. If Johnson is able to help bring Dallas back to Super Bowl contention, it could cement his place as one of the NFL's top coaches for years to come. However, it's not just about optimism and potential. This hire would also bring a new level of responsibility. Ben Johnson would inherit an offense that is certainly capable of more but is also rife with its own issues. Despite the talent on the roster, the Cowboys' offense has often been inconsistent, especially in big games. One of the challenges that Johnson would face is improving the Cowboys' ability to perform in clutch situations, particularly in the postseason. Dallas has had a history of underperforming in high-pressure moments, and while Johnson's schemes have been successful in the regular season, it's in the playoffs where teams earn their reputations. With the Cowboys being one of the most high-profile franchises in the league, expectations would be sky-high for Johnson to not only improve the offense but also get them to perform when it counts. That kind of pressure could be intense, but it's also what makes the job so attractive for someone like him. If he can take the Cowboys to the next level, he will have cemented his place as one of the premier offensive minds in the NFL. As of now, this news is still in the early stages, but the potential ramifications are monumental. Jerry Jones has long been known for making bold moves, and this would be no exception. Bringing in a coach of Ben Johnson's caliber could signal that the Cowboys are fully committed to turning their offense into a powerhouse, ready to compete with the best teams in the NFL. With the roster already built for success, all it would take is the right coaching to unlock that next level of performance. This could very well be the move that defines the future of the Cowboys, and fans have every right to be excited. As always, the key to any successful franchise is leadership, and with someone like Ben Johnson steering the offense, there's a real chance that Dallas could finally live up to its enormous potential. In conclusion, the news that Ben Johnson might be joining the Dallas Cowboys is not just another coaching hire, it could be the turning point in the franchise's quest for another Super Bowl. With his offensive genius and ability to adapt to his players' strengths, Johnson is exactly the kind of coach the Cowboys need to break free from their playoff struggles. The Cowboys' offense, with its explosive weapons and strong foundation, could reach new heights under Johnson's guidance, and fans are right to feel a surge of excitement. The road ahead is filled with questions, but one thing is for certain: this news is a game-changer, and the NFL world will be watching closely as the Cowboys look to make their move.